guys, I've got Fatima Zahra from Tadart Interiors here to teach us how to make pastilla.
Hello everybody, we're gonna make a chicken pastilla today.
So can you give us a quick explanation of what pastilla is?
So pastilla is basically the layers. We make it with layers, waraq, and it's filled with chicken and caramelized onions and with fried almonds and cinnamon and sugar.
Guys, this is one of my favorite of many Moroccan dishes, and I'm so excited to learn how to make it with you guys. Okay, let's start.
First of all, we're gonna put some oil.
And can you use any type of oil or just vegetable oil?
Yes, any type. And then we're gonna add the chopped onions.
Here we finally chopped the onions into little cubes.
And now we're gonna add the chicken.
So here we're using full chicken legs.
We're gonna add the chopped parsley. And now we add all the spices that we have. Pepper, some salt, nutmeg, turmeric, and the ginger. Now we're gonna add some saffron.
So we're adding a little Persian twist to the recipe, and I've convinced Fatima Zahra to finally grind the saffron, because you guys know how much I believe that for the full effect of saffron you must grind it. But traditionally you would just put the strands.
Yeah, just the sharat.
So this is my little tip for Fatima Zahra. And then what's next?
And now we're gonna put 1 or 2 sticks of cinnamon.
Okay.
Depending on the flavor.
Just then gently stir all the ingredients together.
Yes.
Certain elements of this recipe are very similar to the saffron chicken that Persians make. So it's really interesting to see how you guys layer this. The only difference I think is the cinnamon stick and the parsley.
Yeah, but for example, we have, you know, like to make the chicken marinated. For example, when we want to prepare tagine or so we leave it with these spices for like 1 hour to marinate,
and then you cook
and then we cook it. So we're gonna let it in low fire so that the onion will caramelize really good and it will not burn.
And do we add any water?
No, no water.
It's really important to put a lid when you're cooking. This ensures that any moisture that comes out of the onions just remains in the pot. There is a condensation effect that's happening, and it also protects the chicken from burning. So we've got it on low fire, and we're going to let it simmer away for about 60 to 90 minutes. You want the chicken to literally fall off the bone so that it's easy to shred later on. So while our chicken is cooking away, we're going to start preparing another component of the pastilla, which is the almond paste.
So to prepare the almond paste, we're going to need to fry some almonds. صافي خلاص. We're done with the almonds. So now, in a food processor, we're going to add the almonds. We're going to take some cinnamon and sugar. And we're going to add a few drops of orange blossom. And finally, we're gonna add 1 spoon of butter. Our paste is ready.
So our chicken has been cooking away for the past 60 minutes, and I'm gonna show you how beautiful it looks inside. The onions have softened beautifully, and all the ingredients have nicely infused.
So now we need to separate the chicken and leave the onion get more caramelized.
So now we're just going to let this caramelize for another 5 to 10 minutes until all the extra moisture has evaporated, and then this will be ready to use. And in the meantime, we're going to start shredding our chicken.
So to shred the chicken, we're going to need to remove the skin obviously, and the bones as well. Okay, now that the liquid has been reduced, we can add 1 spoon of honey.
Okay.
1 big spoon of honey.
Here, I'll add it for you.
So mix it.
So now you're gonna mix some eggs.
Mix some eggs, exactly, to add them on our sauce.
Okay. So I'm gonna take a couple of tablespoons of the onions and add it into my chicken. And I'll just mix everything together.
Yeah. So eggs are ready. Put them on the top like this. And we need to mix fastly.
So you're frying in the eggs into the onions on high heat.
Yes. Okay, so we have the sauce, we have the chicken, we have our paste.
And now we assemble?
So let's make the pastilla.
I'll bring you the pastry. So you're preparing an egg wash for
yes.
the pastry? So now comes the fun part. Time to assemble our pastilla.
So first of all, we're gonna put some melted butter.
And we're using 2 sheets of pastry.
Yeah, it's better.
Because these are mini versions.
Yes.
So we're using spring roll paper simply because this is what's readily available, and in general I have a rule of thumb where cooking should be simplified and easy. So you try to find good alternatives that are available in your local supermarket. But if you're lucky and you have a local Moroccan supermarket next door, or have a friend who has them in stock, that the warqa pastry is the correct pastry that you need to use to prepare your pastilla.
Now we're gonna add our chicken, our sauce, and we add our paste, some sugar, a little bit, some cinnamon as well. Before rolling, we put
the egg wash.
The egg wash exactly on all the sides of the layers.
And this helps it sit together.
Yeah.
With Ramadan around the corner, we can prepare this in advance and just freeze it.
Yeah.
So this is now ready to bake?
Our pastilla is finally
finished. So we're gonna bake this in the oven, which has been preheated at 180 degrees Celsius, and it will bake for about 20 to 30 minutes until it has a nice golden brown exterior. This smells so good. So then what do you do after this when you finish preparing?
We'll just put the sugar and the cinnamon. And we add cinnamon. And now as a final, we garnish with some almonds.
So I have to say, I've usually eaten this in bigger portions, and I love how you made them into small bite sizes.
Yeah.
Now, is this typical?
Yeah, it looks nice. It looks pretty.
Yeah.
But generally, in the celebration, you can find the big size. Ah. Yeah, it's made like all the plate is filled with the pastilla, the big size.
I have to say, this pastilla smells and looks incredible. It's easy to make, and you have to try it at home. Now we need some Moroccan tea. What do you think?
Let's go. Let's do it.
See you guys later.